point. You may see a dashing young man in the top right corner of your screen because I do not, in fact, have my webcam on today, but I do have that picture to take its place because Google Plus, as I've said many times in the past, is a terrible service and you should never use it. For some reason, we use it for this podcast. I don't know why, but for some reason, it's not allowing my webcam to work today. So instead, I gave you guys a really graceful picture of myself in a blazer in the top right in place of my face cam.
And yet he has a tie on, and he does. It looks dashing.
I'm sorry, I like the guy in the background on his phone. So
that was from a jazz event, sir. So just so you know, very sophisticated. You may not understand archaic, but okay. Shout out to our sponsors, Strictly Business Gaming and Cinch Gaming. All that stuff. Check them out on Twitter and Facebook and those things. Let's jump right in. I really want to get into this first topic, actually. So let's just jump right in. I don't really know how to preface this other than just like saying what me and Archaic's dispute is. So I'll just go ahead and do that, I guess.
You might as well. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, so me and Archaic have a disagreement on how to handle YouTube comments. So we need your guys' help to determine this as YouTube commenters.
oh dear
basically,
God.
I have told Archaic that whenever someone leaves a non-constructive, keyword non-constructive, negative comment on any of my videos, like this video is trash, or you suck, or whatever it may be, whatever creative things the kids are coming up with these days, I will block that person. I just like, you know what, I don't need you, you're a waste of space, you are taking up valuable bandwidth from YouTube and I don't like it, and I drop the ban hammer without hesitation. And Archaic says that just shows that they're getting to me and that I shouldn't care, which I disagree. I feel like it's completely valid to block these people. So Archaic, why don't you state your case as someone who, with so few subscribers and views, probably has never had a negative comment dropped, so doesn't even know from experience. Boom, roast.
Oh, wow. Do we need to drop the Skype comment last night about jobs?
Dang.
What? No, we don't. But
anyways, well, I don't think you should ban somebody just because they say something negative.
Why?
That's why.
Well, okay, let me ask you this then. In what circumstance would you ban someone if not for that?
Repetitiveness, probably, but not just, hey, go away, you said I suck. That seems very immature and petty to say, I don't want you around just because you said I suck once on an internet video, but...
Well, then let me ask you this: what purpose would there be to not banning them? Like, why? What's wrong with just saying, you know what, this person left a negative comment. I'd prefer that they don't have an opportunity to be involved with my channel in the future in the form of commenting or sharing or anything like that. So I'm just going to block them so that it does not happen anymore, and because they have not followed what I perceive to be my channel's rules, per se, if you would like to word it that way.
Well, do you have these rules listed? Because I haven't seen them.
They're listed on Twitch, but it's kind of irrelevant, though.
I guess that's kind of part of YouTube now.
Yeah, but like, I don't understand the like what purpose there is of not banning them. Like, why? Like, what do you hope to accomplish by not banning them? Like, what do you hope?
I don't hope to accomplish anything.
Well, I guess the way I see it,
other than to be the bigger man.
Dude, it's freaking YouTube comments. You can't prove yourself to be the bigger man in YouTube comments. The way I see it is that, okay, if I leave, best case scenario, if I leave someone banned, or here, if I don't ban someone, if someone leaves a negative comment on my video that's not constructive, if you leave a negative comment but it's constructive, like, why did you not like it? What do you think I should do differently? I'm not going to ban you because that's constructive and not, like, disrespectful. If you just come in a video and say I suck, then if I don't ban you, the best case scenario is you don't do it again and nothing changes. The worst case scenario is you keep doing it. Whereas if I do ban you, then I'm guaranteeing that you won't do it again. So the best case scenario from not banning you is achieved by banning you. So why would I not? Bonfire, what's your stance? What's your stance, Bonfire?
I can see both of your guys' sides. I can see why you wouldn't want that negativity and that just douchiness to be on your channel, and
Yeah.
especially in the comment section. So I can understand that. But I also see Archaic's point in, for me, there's so much negativity on YouTube, and you certainly see it with a lot of big tubers, as we talked about pre-show with, one of the big YouTubers canceling an entire series because of the negative connotation around that series. And I follow Gold Glove on Twitter, and he's spamming out some pictures of a live stream he did, just people's negativity around that. And I mean, it's never going to go away. So I would think only select individuals I can see banning, especially if they're repeat offenses or just they say something that's just so offensive you don't even want to see that. But I don't think you can ban them all, because it's never going to stop. It's always going to be.
I disagree that you can ban them. You can't ban them all. I take that as a challenge. So, but I don't know. I guess Bonfire,
to all
as usual.
people out here that don't like him or just want to mess with him, make a lot of fake YouTube accounts and just start leaving really trolly messages on his videos.
Yeah, and they'll just all get banned.
See if he can ban you all.
That's funny.
It'll like, it's not hard. You just go down the list of comments and ban each one. Like, it's not challenging. They even remove the comment for you once you ban them, so that you can't accidentally skip over someone, or if it's still there, they're not banned. YouTube does a very good job of helping you keep track.
Wait a second. YouTube does a good job at something right now?
Oh, sorry, I slipped up. I know I'm not supposed to say that. Dang it! My whole public ploy has been ruined. Of just hating on everything Google does. But, alright, well, we basically achieved nothing from this conversation then, because Bonfire, as usual, takes the neutral kind of middle ground of I see both sides and I agree with part of each. So,
if you didn't take it, I'm leaning more towards the Archaic side, because the way I would approach my channel is if I have a repeat offender or someone that just says something or puts down other people on one of my videos, then you will be banned.
So Bonfire, if I go onto your vlog, if your last weekly vlog that you did, and I leave a comment saying this video is trash and you suck, because that's like word for word essentially the last comment that I banned, or the last user I banned, was basically that comment. So that you suck, this video is trash, nobody watch it. You're not banning that guy. You're just gonna let it sit there in your comment section.
I will reply and say thanks for watching.
Well,
I've seen Bonfire do this.
I have as well, actually. You're just a troll plus one then. Congratulations.
I mean,
well,
he watched the
banning
video.
them doesn't get them. Banning them doesn't really get you anywhere. You're like Bonfire said. You're not going to get rid of all the negativity.
But I disagree. But I have.
You're not. You won't.
I have 800 subscribers. I will. I don't get 8,000 negative comments a day like some of these bigger YouTubers do. So I can get rid of the negativity.
To grow, correct?
Yes.
So say when you get 1 million subs and you're getting over 200,000 comments of it, or hell, even 2,000 comments a video.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go through and ban every single negative comment, which is probably close to 50%.
No. But I never said that I would. If I were getting 2,000 comments and 500 of them were negative, I'd just ban ones that I felt like banning. It'd be a lottery process. Who's the lucky person that gets banned this week? But it would.
Oh my god, I can see this being a really awesome series.
Or can't you? Oh, that would be so great if I just said, here's our 10 most negative comments of the week, and you find like a random word chooser or something, or like a random spinner thing, and you put each comment in, and you just spin the wheel and see which one you get, and drop the ban hammer on that person. And this is our winner. This is our winner for this. This is our winner for this week.
Dude, when you get to that level,
God.
please.
I gotta write this. I gotta write this down somewhere. It'll be comment Russian roulette. Let's just throw in some positive ones just for fun. Like, great video. Keep up the good work. Oh, you're going in, bud. I'm sorry. It's just how it has to. It's just how it has to work. I hope it doesn't land on you.
Oh man, I feel bad for those people.
I've got to write
the good people that are just getting the ban hammer.
It's like, why was I banned? Well, I don't know. I don't really know. It just kind of happened.
Start calling you Wings and Woody.
Wings more than Woody. Wings and I have similar banning tendencies. This
So-
is fact.
So, Oyster, there is a point, though, where you would stop banning every single person that leaves negative
Well, if I'm not
negative
mistaken,
comments.
well, because it just would simply take too long. But there is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can add moderators on YouTube now. I feel like I saw that somewhere recently.
If not,
but
that'll
uses,
come.
But nobody uses it. So, like, if I could add, like, 3 moderators and say, you know what, I'm going to pay you guys $8 an hour for, like, 2 hours a day each, and you're just going to sift through comments, and you're going to just ban everybody. And if I go on to a comment, or if I go onto a video and I see negative comments, like, more than a day after it came out, then there's going to be disciplinary action taken, and I'll find new moderators, because I am paying you $8 an hour for this. So I would find a way around it, but me personally, no, I could not physically go through and ban each person because that'd just take too long.
Fair enough.
So,
All right.
All right.
we want to move to random question number 1?
Yes.
do it.
Please do.
All right, this is a good one. These all come from Reddit, so shout out to our sponsor, reddit.com/r/askreddit. Question number 1 is, what actor and actress duo would make the most cringeworthy 50 Shades of Grey movie?
Who's going first here?
I don't have
I'll
my
go
answer
first.
yet, so...
Rebel
I'm afraid.
Wilson.
Okay.
Dropped one. Rebel Wilson. Do you guys all know who that is?
Name a movie.
I'm looking it up.
They're in, because I don't know and I can't look it up because of my monitor situation.
She's in that, like, one of those singing movies, or like.
Oh,
Pitch Perfect.
she's in Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect. She's the
She's like the
chubby
main.
blonde chick.
What else has she been in? Upload anything? 'Cause I didn't see it. Perfect.
I'm pulling up her IMDb right now.
Yeah, pull that up.
Most of these are in post production and filming. Super Fun Night, a TV series. Pain and Gain. Pitch Perfect. She was Fat Amy. That was her name there.
Yeah, Fat Amy.
I think I know who that is. I know
Okay,
who
so-
that is.
so her?
I think. Okay.
And Steve Buscemi
Oh.
from Boardwalk Empire.
Oh.
that was
That's good. That's
that was
good.
a pretty good one.
That's good.
Ugh. And what bugs me so much about Rebel Wilson, kudos to having confidence, and I'm all about, just being comfortable with yourself, but there's a line. like be confident and comfortable with yourself, but don't flaunt it. You kind of get where I'm
She
going at.
only did that in one
No,
movie.
that's like her personality, because I've seen her do like MTV commercials and stuff, and I think she hosted like, it was like some awards show or something. Maybe it was the MTV Music Video Awards or something like that, and maybe it's just her persona or her act, but no, please don't. It really bugs me, and just
Okay, you go, because I'm still refining my answer. I have half of it.
All right. Well, my actress will be Betty White.
Oh, dang it, why? Okay,
So
fine.
cringeworthy.
Okay, fine.
that's a good one.
and I hate Bonfire because he took my male actor. So I've got to
Really?
find a new
Wow,
one right quick.
what are the odds?
Yes.
What are
That
the
is
odds?
a good one.
I'm trying to find a good male actor. I could take it the other way and go someone like Ryan Gosling, because that would be extremely cringeworthy.
You
That
got
as a
point there.
couple, that would be
that's a
extremely
fair answer.
cringeworthy.
I'll give that to you.
All right, I've got mine.
I was just gonna
give
point out
comment.
that's good, because even when you see like just a movie where like the younger actor has to like kiss an older actor, like almost a mom or grandma, I just think about like what went through their head during that scene. And it's
Yes.
just like I know you get flux to do that, but ugh.
Okay, here's
Touche.
my answer, and I had an original answer, but I decided to go with this one instead. Okay, who's the woman? I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's in those movies that are she's kind of like overweight, and the movies that are just like really stupid looking. She did one recently that a lot of people talked about. It's just she's a comedy
I know who you're talking
actress.
about. I know who you're talking about.
What's the
She's
name of the
She's
movie?
in a TV show. She recently did. The name of the movie is like Hot Wire or like Hot Trip or something like that.
Oh man, I know.
And she's in a TV show with another like big comedy guy.
Hang on, I'll go ask my. Hang on, I'll be right back. My parents will know. I'll ask them. I'll let you guys figure it out.
Oh well, hold on. I'm going to CBS where that show is. If I can, hold on. There it is. Where is it? Mike and Molly. She plays Molly. And
Alright, did you guys get it? Because I got it.
okay, Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy, yep. Okay, Melissa McCarthy and Terry Crews. Black guy from The Expendables. You guys not know Terry Crews?
I'm searching.
I know, but I was just double checking.
So
Oh, that's a good one.
That's my good one. Okay,
Dude, that guy is just. He also does the Old Spice commercials.
Yes, he does the
Yeah.
Old Spice. It's the guy who does the Old Spice commercials for anybody who.
that
for some
dude
reason-
is jacked.
He
Like,
also was the. I
seriously.
don't know if you guys probably didn't watch this because it's more of like a kids and teen show, I guess. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But I know some of my friends used to watch it too. They did the show Everybody Hates Chris, which was supposedly supposed to be about Chris
Oh.
Rock's childhood, and he did like the voiceovers.
And he played Julius.
Terry Crews,
Yep.
yeah, Terry Crews is Chris Rock's dad. And
Yep.
Everybody Hates Chris, which I liked that show, but it got canceled. I'm pretty sure. I think it might be on
I
BET.
think it's funny.
I think it
Wasn't
might
it
be
like
on
Nick
BET.
at Night?
It was
Or
on,
Nick or
yeah, it
something?
was on like Nick at Night, I think, and it was running on BET for a while, which I'm not gonna watch it on BET because it was just reruns. But, yeah, that's my duo. Which I feel
could
like
see
it's,
that
I
being
feel like
cringeworthy.
that's solid.
Terry Crews is a former American football player.
Yes, he is.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that.
That guy is jacked.
Dude, seriously. Like,
Melissa McCarthy.
what do you eat for breakfast?
I don't even know why people think her movies are funny. Like okay, to be fair, I haven't seen any of them. But
she plays in
The
Gilmore.
one she did with Sandra Bullock.
well, the ones. What'd you say? Okay.
It was like a.
She did Gilmore Girls, and she's in Identity Thief.
Identity Thief. That's
Identity
the one
Thief.
I was thinking
It's
of.
pretty funny.
But
It's
like they
actually
just
pretty funny.
like just from looking at the trailers, like it just looks like stupid slapstick, low effort comedy. Like,
Yeah.
which I
It
mean,
is.
my favorite actor is
is.
my favorite actor is Will Ferrell. So I don't know,
Yeah, I'm not
but-
a big Will Ferrell fan, so
but I feel like even though Will Ferrell, you could say his comedy is like stupid. I feel like it's kind of a like it still takes effort to think of these stupid comedy things that he does. Like it's still kind of like it's not as obvious jokes. Like it looks like there's thought put into like the skits that he does in these movies. Even though you could still call it stupid humor, but I feel like theirs is just like making jokes that like you could put a 12-year-old up there and say, think of a one-liner to drop in this scenario, and they could think of the same joke that Melissa McCarthy movies come up with. But
she was in
Did
the
you watch her
Heat,
TV show?
by the way.
which
The Heat. The tier TV show with Mike and Molly is actually
Yes,
pretty
I've
entertaining.
I've heard of
those
that.
two guys together, it's actually a really entertaining show. So I agree with you in the sense that her comedy isn't always the best, but she definitely has some high points.
That's fair.
But like her
most
new-
people do
her
have
new-
at least something good if they're famous.
Yeah, her new movie coming out, that one looks really.
They all
dumb.
look the same too. Like Identity
What?
Thief,
Which
The
one?
Heat, they all look the same.
I
The
couldn't tell you
Heat
what.
2 or
No, it's coming out
it's
recent. Coming out
Saint
soon.
Vincent,
No,
the Spy,
nope.
or Boo, Bureau of Otherworldly Operations. That's
Neither. Maybe it's already come out. I don't know.
Tammy.
That already came out.
Yeah, I'm just looking at her IMDb right now. So
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't look very good. But yeah, let's move on. That was a good one. Good question though.
Yes, that's a good question. Even though it was pre-screened, but it was still. I thought
It kind of had to be though, because
yeah, I didn't want to spring that one there just in case. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about a Call of Duty trailer, and I don't care about Call of Duty, so I'm just gonna lean back in my chair since nobody can see me. And Bonfire, you introduce the topic.
Well,
I'll be leaning backwards really
you
far.
at least watched the last couple seconds, right?
I did not watch it. No, I didn't get to.
Please do that right now.
I can't because I'm
Please.
recording. I can't. I literally cannot.
Pull up your phone.
Oh, maybe I could. I don't have my phones downstairs. I've literally failed you in every way. I'm so sorry.
You're absolutely useless, Oyster.
I'm so sorry. I feel really bad.
You should.
Just kidding.
I'm
I
kind
don't.
of upset.
Just kidding. I don't. It's a Call of Duty trailer. I didn't want to watch it anyways. Somebody start the discussion. Somebody start the discussion.
So a new trailer
Please.
came out for Call of Duty. It teases the story a little bit. We all kind of get the gist of the story, you know, private military corporation, all that blah, blah, blah. Actually, Jericho did a funny video where he cut snips of other trailers from Call of Duty and recreated the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
I thought he would have done one of those creative, comedic trailer breakdown videos that people do. I like when people do those. Those are good.
Yeah,
I need to do it.
That'll
Maybe
probably be for the multiplayer reveal.
Maybe I'll do
It'll
that.
definitely
Maybe
be
I'll
for
when I watch the trailer, I'll find it to be so stupid and uninforming that I will do a comedic trailer breakdown.
But
you would ruin Kevin
the
Spacey's
big
voice
thing
acting
about it-
like that.
Kevin Spacey
Good.
is good. But there's, like, right at the very end, after the whole story of the trailer and everything, there's like a little, 2 to 3 second snippet of what we can expect to be the multiplayer. And the multiplayer reveal, I believe, is on the 11th, coming up a week or two, coming up very soon. So a
I
week
didn't know
from
that
when this
soon.
video goes up, I think. But what it shows basically is the guy's starting to get shot and then jets back, jumps up really high with his exosuit over the dude, lands behind him and shoots him. And I think that's showing off the exoskeleton ability, and I think it's fun to speculate about what's going to be so impressive about Advanced Warfare and new.
We've made Advanced Warfare. Hey, okay, I'm gonna impersonate a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare developer here. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to innovate the multiplayer of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Therefore, we decided to take the best elements from other multiplayer games, such as Halo and Titanfall, and make them worse, and then incorporate them all into one big cluster in a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. The gameplay will be scattered and have no flow, but we're going to go for it because it's innovative, and we're stealing from other games. Great. Advanced Warfare,
Well-
give me your money.
Only no flow for campers like you, Oyster. Only
I don't
no flow
camp.
for
I
campers
defensively play objectives. Okay.
Well, according to all the big Call of Duty dudes like T. Martin, the
Oh
game
my
is
God,
excellent for
I
competitive.
thought we didn't talk about that guy anymore, but okay.
I'm bringing it up because of what he said. That it is excellent for competitive gameplay, which I know you used to enjoy that at least.
I hope it is from a spectator standpoint. I can't see myself putting any time into it as a player because I'll be busy with League of Legends, the grind to Challenger. But I do hope it is
You'll never
good. You know what? I believe that I can make it to at least low diamond one day if I keep trying.
What, 5 years from now?
Like 2, but yeah. I think, okay, by August 3rd, 2016, I will be Diamond 4. Calling it. Shot called right now. Alright, sorry. We had to get that out of the way. Back to Call of Duty.
It just, I mean, you are right that they are, I mean, I think you can make the argument that every good game is going to borrow something from another successful or good game, but, I mean, I'm not excited, and I don't want to be a pessimist about it, but I don't see anything new or exciting that it's going to really draw me in. I mean, what I see is you're taking the exoskeleton suit, you're giving the player certain abilities similar to what Crysis already does and has done in their multiplayer, such as, you know, having the ability to maybe manipulate objects within the environment through, you know, like super strength, being able to jump really high, climb things. We've seen that in like Titanfall. So you are incorporating all these things, and it just I don't see how it's really going to innovate and excite me for Call of Duty.
I don't understand why they feel the need to innovate by trying to take things from other games. And I understand that, you know, a lot of games take things from other games. Everybody kind of borrows from each other to an extent. But, like, Call of Duty, like, when Call of Duty became popular, Halo was already really popular. They beat out the surging on of Battlefield when Battlefield started to become popular. Call of Duty beat that back. Crysis has never really challenged Call of Duty. They beat back Titanfall. Like every single shooter.
Titanfall beat itself back. There's a difference.
Well, regardless, Call of Duty withstood all of these other games by just being Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty 4 through Call of Duty, I would say even like Modern Warfare 3. It was very it was a very pure game. It was like in the sense that Call of Duty was its own distinct game. Like people, and you'll have your PC master race hipsters who are like, "Oh my God, Call of Duty! Do you think Call of Duty's a pure game? X shooter from 2001 did it first. Like, okay, shut up. I don't care what you think." But Call of Duty was its own. Sorry, but it's true. Call of Duty was its own like individual game. It didn't borrow things from other games. It was distinctly different from like Halo, for example, and Battlefield. But then, like, I feel like in the last couple games, they've tried to start to like merge towards these other games, and like I don't understand why. Like, you've been beating them. Why do you need to take ideas from them? Why don't you just continue along the same path you were going yourself? Because like the fact is, people can say what they want, but like Black Ops 2 was a good Call of Duty. Black Ops 1 was a good Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 was a good Call of Duty, other than the fact that they didn't give it any support. I say it's the worst game in the series, but the base game that shipped out was actually good. It's just that the support was awful for it. But like most of the Call of Duties in the last like 5 years have been good games. Like I don't get why they're all of a sudden transitioning to like in Ghost and now in Advanced Warfare. It seems like trying to steal things from other games. I don't get it.
It almost seems like they're trying too hard. Like they tried too hard with Ghosts. You could argue that they tried a little too hard in certain aspects of Black Ops 2, such as the single player. Though they introduced some pretty cool concepts, I think. In Advanced Warfare, again, it kind of seems like it's trying too hard. Now I am very impressed by the graphics. I think the graphics actually look like it's made for next gen, like a next gen console. And then when I first saw the story for Advanced Warfare, the campaign, I was like, that actually looks cool. I actually am excited to try that out. The more I'm seeing of it, per this last trailer that they released this week, the less excited I am for it. So I've decided I kind of just need to back away from all Advanced Warfare with the little excitement I have left, because it's starting to
wait till the
look...
multiplayer reveal, and then it'll all be gone.
Well, while we are still on the topic of Advanced Warfare, the bonus for pre-ordering is a map that has already been made in COD 4.
Yes. So
and I have an issue with that.
I absolutely have an issue with that too. So they released the special editions for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare that you can go pre-order right now. And
At GameStop, by the way. Do it at GameStop.
Do it at GameStop because you get 50 awesome exclusive useless things.
Hey man, are you saying?
And then
I wish my webcam was
also
on.
pre-order that on what's coming up in a future topic on credit card. But
Wait, I wish I could turn my webcam on and it would work, because I'd point back to my Call of Duty Ghost poster in the back of my room and say, "You're telling me that is a pointless accessory?" No, sir. It is
They're
not.
both up there on top of my bookshelf, rolled up, not even hanging.
Well,
So,
you just
anyone-
suck. Look at
anyone
why
that
not?
cares-
You have a huge white blank space on your wall right behind you. Why not put it there?
If I hang anything there, it's going to be a Philly D poster that I've got.
Well, why don't you do that then? Do it right now on the show.
at least
so
we can look at
improve.
something.
Because I don't have a picture frame to hang it in right now.
You don't need a
I'll
picture
go get
frame.
one.
Put a
I'm not
tack
gonna-
in the wall.
I'm not tacking it to the wall.
Bro,
Why? What the
we're
heck?
over-tacking stuff
Oh
in
my
the wall.
god, what is wrong with you people? Seriously,
add a little class, man.
so uppity about your
I
posters.
will go get a poster frame.
Whatever.
I have a signed Philly D poster.
I don't
Why
even.
would I?
I don't even know who you
Why
guys
would I
are.
put a tack
I don't even.
through that?
I don't even know who you guys are anymore. Thought we were just
We don't know-
regular
we don't-
gamers hanging
we don't know
out.
who you are anymore.
Clearly, I'm below your status of how classy your posters are and things like that. Clearly, whatever.
This is true.
I don't care.
But
You're below
You
the
get-
class of Bonfire's Jaeger bottles in his window.
Well, yeah. I guess.
I'm sorry, I had to call his setup bid.
It's changed quite a bit since that bid. It's changed a lot. But you get a reskinned map, which you also get in Ghost's most or upcoming DLC, the last and final one. You get a remake of Shipment, which I'll be honest, I enjoyed Shipment. The only small map I really enjoyed out of all the Call of Duties.
Because it was so small. Basically.
No, it was during COD 4 when the community was a lot different back
I'm
then.
gonna do a parody song of like a love song, but do it about COD 4 because everybody just COD 4 circle jerk is strong.
Well, I
So
think a lot of
strong.
my personal opinion of why that game is hailed as the greatest game is a lot of it has to do with the community back then because it wasn't the community that you see today. And I'll leave that as
You just
is.
gotta come play League of Legends with us, man. Community's
I won't-
great.
I-
The
Community's
snipers weren't a bunch of douchebags then.
I'm sure it's just fantastic.
It's
Some of the posts
awesome,
I see.
man.
Especially
it's
the
awesome.
montage makers.
Yeah, I mean, but the montage makers now are just so untalented compared to the montage makers of the past. Not only that, but they also have such an entitled attitude towards the work that they do, as if they actually contribute anything, which they don't. Their time is gone. The prime of this whole editing fad that people think is actually important, that was so Modern Warfare 2. If you're still doing that, I pity you.
Oh man.
We're going off the
So-
rails this week, man. We're going off the rails this week. We ain't pulling
I
no
can
punches.
see that.
We ain't
I'm
pulling.
trying to bring it back.
We ain't pulling no punches this week.
We know you don't care about Call of Duty anymore. We know you don't.
Just a 1-year hiatus.
He'll be back if the next one's good.
That's what Ghost did to me.
That's fair.
It's like,
But
yeah.
You act like you play Ghost Bonfire.
I don't.
I don't
I-
play
I-
Ghost. I own it on 2 consoles and don't play it.
Yeah, same. I own it on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. And, like, I regret buying it on the Xbox One so much because, like, I probably have like less than 12 hours played of it on the Xbox One. But
The only reason I've maintained playing that game is because I
you just
have
said
the
you
season
don't.
pass.
You just said you don't, though.
No,
You don't play the game
But-
anymore. So do you play
you're right.
it?
I don't.
Do
But I
you-
will play it when the next map comes out.
Okay. When Shipment comes out.
Yes.
I would debate just for Shipment, but as I said, pre-show, I just don't want to give them money and make them think that what they did was good in any way. Because it's not.
That's
But
fair.
I don't know. I'm torn, though. I don't know if I should do it or not. I mean, what map? Do we know what map the pre-order map is for Advanced Warfare? What map is it, actually?
I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called. It was
Oh, it was the pipeline map? Oh,
It's the
okay.
pre-made
That was the
Pipeline.
one.
Yeah. So they're remaking Pipeline, which I
We've
really
got
like
it.
that map. But I can see why they chose that map because you can get on the roofs and given the presumably ability to jump really high or climb up on buildings, adding verticality to Call of Duty.
Titanfall.
Very true. I can see why they chose that. It pisses me off that because we had talked about earlier that this being Sledgehammer Games, not being Infinity Ward, not being Treyarch, that they wouldn't be able to use maps. So in theory, we're going to have a whole brand new set of maps and not have to worry about in their coming DLC to have reskin maps. But now that's out the window because we're getting a reskin map from Call of Duty 4. It kind of pisses me off. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of paying for reskinned maps. Like, give me something creative, give me something original, and don't give me a reskin map and make me pay for it.
Well, before I get into them making you pay for it, which they don't, I'm gonna say that we've got to be closing in on the point because I mean COD 4 didn't have a ton of maps. We got to be getting close to the point where we've reskinned like over half the maps in the game. Because I mean,
I don't even think we're close.
you think?
half the good maps.
Well,
I don't. At this point, they're not going to keep reskin. They won't reskin maps people don't like.
they've reskinned at least like 6 or 7 maps on COD 4 from COD 4. Like I mean, think about it. They don't reskin maps from any other game. What other game do they take their reskin maps for? Every map that is a reskin is from COD 4. That I
They
can
have
think
some
of.
MW2 maps.
They did the terminal on Modern Warfare 3, but that wasn't even that was just-
Scrapyard.
That's one.
Scrapyard was reskinned.
But for the most part, there's still been a lot of COD 4 ones. But anyways,
I do agree for the most part.
But anyways, my stance has kind of changed on this. I actually don't mind these reskin maps anymore because I feel like it is a different play style to play them on the new games. And the biggest thing for me is that like you don't have to play them. You don't have to buy the DLC to play these maps. It's not. I mean, it's offered to you, but nobody makes you. Now, if you bought the season pass, you could argue that you already bought it. But I mean, that's what you get for buying the season pass. Buying the season pass, it's a blind commitment that I refuse to make for any games anymore. Because I have bought season passes in the past. I believe I did it for Black Ops 2, which ended up being a good purchase in my opinion. But it's a blind commitment to say, okay, I'm going to pay up front and hope that what I get is good. So, I mean, nobody makes anyone buy these DLC packs. I would say that if you don't like the DLC packs, don't buy them. And if enough people stop buying them, and you give enough vocal displeasure on Twitter and Facebook and things like that, or even email them or whatever, then they won't do it anymore. But as long as people keep buying them, I mean, what do you expect them to do?
No, I that's valid. But my point of me being upset with having to pay for reskin maps is the fact that, I mean, if you enjoy a game, you want to play it for a while, but every game's going to get stale after a while. And when new content's being reintroduced on a game that you're enjoying, so it's going to add life to that game, and make you want to come back and play it. And when you're paying for something you've already done, because only 1 out of 4 maps is going to be reskinned, so you obviously want to try out those 3 new maps and play that game that you've been enjoying. So you're not getting your full money's worth, in my opinion. I would rather have the reskin map be a free download, which they used to do back in the day before all this DLC bullshit. But I don't know. It just it doesn't add the longevity that it could, paying for something you technically already own. I guess I don't see the value in it, at least for that.
I guess for me, the maps just aren't as important for me as it is for you guys. It seems like, I mean, obviously maps are important for a game. I mean, it's a critical part, but like, I never saw map packs as adding longevity for me anyways. Like, I never kept playing games longer for map packs. I could have played on the default set of... I could have played the same 5 League play maps for Black Ops 2 for an entire another year. Because it got to the point where, like, the second half of Black Ops 2, I didn't play public matches hardly ever. I played League play, and that's, like, literally 5 maps that you can play in League play. In reality, you pretty much got Standoff or Raid, and then the occasional, like, Slums Hardpoint or CTF. Like, it was, like, those 3 maps.
Meltdown, Search.
Yeah, but literally, like, probably 90% of the games you played were on 3 maps. And I could have played that game for an entire another year just because it was a fun game and I enjoyed playing it. But, like, I mean, I just never saw maps as adding longevity to the game for me personally. But obviously some people, it does. So it's just an opinion thing.
Yeah.
They add longevity for pubs for me. Whereas, like, they don't add it. I enjoyed League play. I'm with you. I still go back and play League play, and I still enjoy it. But the DLC, I'm with Bonfire still on. I don't like getting reskin maps simply because I'm paying for 4 maps, one of which you didn't even design. You just threw some new outer look over and called it good.
I guess I just always go back to the point when a consumer complains about the product that's being offered to them, they don't buy the product and the product will change. I mean, that's just the way I see it.
The problem is that they're bundled together with those 3 other maps you haven't played before.
That's the decision it comes down to you then. Is it worth... Clearly, if you buy the map pack and you're saying, it's worth it to me to get these 3 new maps... Like, you can't get ripped off on something that you're buying, and then but you knew what you were getting before you bought it. You can't. It's not a rip off. It's just you having buyer's remorse. But I mean, it's just if you know that I'm about to pay for 3 new maps and a reskin, then you're acknowledging when you buy it that saying I'm spending this whatever it is, like $15. I don't know how much map packs cost now, but like if it's $15, just for example, you're saying I acknowledge that to me 3 new maps and a reskin is worth $15. So, and if it's not, then don't buy it. Which in Bonfire's case is a little different because he got the season pass. So,
I have the season pass.
okay, you have the season pass as well. So it's a little different if you have the season pass, but the general principle stays the same. Like if I were you guys, because this is what my approach is going to be for the next COD, don't get the season pass and then just make a judgment call on each map pack if you want to do it or not.
I'm not, and I hope they run the map packs like Sledgehammer did in Modern Warfare 3, where each map was its own separate download, and you could uninstall.
That was only for elite members, wasn't it? Or no, never mind. I'm talking. You're talking about the actual downloads. I was talking about the how they did the content drops like once a month for elite members.
I'm talking about
I follow now.
How each download was separate, and you could pick and choose what maps. If you didn't like a DLC map, they all came bundled together, but if you didn't like it, you could uninstall that one map.
Well, here's what also pisses me off
have to play it.
About these map packs, and I've made this point several times before, is that after the map pack only game game on the playlist is gone, you only play probably 2 of those maps, and one of them is going to be that reskin map. So in the long run, after that playlist has gone away, you've still paid $15, but now you only get to play 2 of those maps, and one of them's a reskin. That pisses me off.
Which, to be fair, you can't really blame Activision for that, because as long as there's a map voting system in place in the game, there's always going to be maps that don't. There's always if there's a map voting system in the game, then there's no way they can get around that.
They need to take it out.
Well, I disagree, but it is a pretty big. It would be a big change, and so a step backwards.
I think they should take it out, because if you're gonna make a whole bunch of maps, let's play on all those maps, or at least have a playlist where you play all the maps. You actually go and cycle through every single map. Because for me, as someone who doesn't really play competitively, I enjoy having a change of environment, because that's what keeps me playing the game, and that's why map packs are fun, and I think they're important to adding longevity to a game. So give me a playlist, and I understand that voting system is good for the community because people want to have the chance to vote for maps that they do enjoy and they want to play, but also, you can blame Activision or Treyarch or whatever for the sense that they don't even throw those maps up anymore, and I understand that that's because people don't like them or don't vote for them, but you don't get your money's worth, in my opinion. And to your point, Oyster, I do see that I have made that purchase. I've now learned from that mistake. Hence, I will not be buying the season pass for Advanced Warfare because I got burned on Ghosts. So I can see you downloaded.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say with that viewpoint, I'm not trying to be like a jerk or anything and be like, oh, you guys bought it, you can't complain. That's not like what I'm going for. I'm more going for the idea that like. It just aggravates me in general when people complain about things in games, in particular, things that we have as a community the power to control. Now you could say that the difference between me buying a map pack and not buying a map pack is irrelevant to Activision, because it is. One person, it doesn't really matter. But sure. If more people take the attitude, but part of the problem is that a lot of people take that attitude and say, well, it's just me, that it doesn't matter. That's right, but if all of the people who said it's just me, it doesn't matter if you put all those people together, then it is probably a sizable chunk. So I feel like people need to kind of take more responsibility and say, we do, like, people always talk about how developers screw over gamers or stores screw over gamers, as we can transition to GameStop possibly, but the consumer in any capitalist system always has all of the power. We have all of the power. And that power rests in not giving them our money. Because if we don't give them our money, and the whole reason they're doing what they're doing is to make money, then they won't do it anymore. It's pretty simple. So that's why I would recommend nobody to buy the Advanced Warfare Season Pass. And if they put out crappy DLC, then don't buy it and say, this isn't acceptable, this isn't good enough. And make them do better. That's the only way the problem will ever get fixed. Because as long as people keep spending money on these reskin maps, then it'll just keep happening. However, the GameStop credit card, that's just a whole other animal. And
you don't want a random?
Let's do the GameStop credit card, because, and then we'll close with a random.
All right.
because I've got two
I do
random
want to point out one
possibilities.
thing
Okay.
before we hop into GameStop is that your last statement in that, you know, if you don't want reskin maps, don't buy them. But I want new maps, and I get a reskin map with that purchase. So
It's
it's
catch
a catch
22. Yeah, we literally said the same thing. So yeah, I agree.
No, I just want to point that out.
That's true. I see that standpoint as well.
But for those of you that don't know and that love shopping at GameStop, which I don't know why you do, GameStop is going to introduce a credit card. So you can open up a credit card and buy that PS4.
Are you a Power Up Rewards member? No. You should become one. No. Yes, you should, because now you can get the GameStop Rewards credit card. What could possibly go wrong?
And then you can trade in all your games for that used iPad you'd want.
Oh, roast. I would say good roast, but you stole it from Boogie. But it's still good.
I
It's
totally did.
It's still good roast, though, I guess.
That's still such a good video.
Yeah, it is.
But, so, and here's the thing with the GameStop credit card. I get, you know, you're a retailer, you're a large retailer. The majority of large retailers offer store credit cards at ridiculous interest rates, and they're not that good for your credit, to be honest. But I feel bad for anyone that's going to sign up for this, because you know they're going to push it down your throat. That's what they do. GameStop,
yeah, they're required to ask you like 3 times at your checkout, do you want this thing? Yeah. I actually think I am a
at every store.
Well, yeah. I think I actually am a Power Up Rewards member. I think I'm a Power Up Rewards member. Now that I think about it.
I was a Pro member.
Oh, look at that.
Busting out the bling, son.
But I think my subscription has run out because I'm no longer getting my Game Informer magazine.
Oh, man.
So,
I don't know. I think it's stupid, and this almost goes with all store credit cards. I don't see a point for it. The only coincidentally, the only store credit card that I think would be potentially worth it if you actually buy a lot of electronics would be the Best Buy credit card, strictly for the fact.
I have a Best Buy. Well, I don't have one, but my parents have a Best Buy like rewards membership card. It is very worth it.
The rewards cards are always worth it, but he's talking about their in-store credit card.
I don't even know what an in-store credit card does, actually, now I think about it. Like, what do you actually get?
Usually you get like a discount on your purchase. But the reason why the Best Buy one is appealing is because you can make a purchase even after you've opened up the credit card for a year, and you can you can still choose to have 0% interest on 6 months if it's, you know, between a certain dollar amount, or 18 months if it's a higher dollar amount. So having that flexibility on a credit card, so let's say you're going to buy a brand new computer, and you're going to have to hold the balance on the card, but you're not going to have to pay interest. And on a lot of these in-store credit cards, the interest rates are atrocious. I mean, I think on the GameStop one, it's like 26.99%.
Holy crap!
Yeah, and that's pretty typical of your in-store credit card where you carry a balance. So it's absolutely ridiculous. But at least Best Buy gives you that flexibility to have that 0% interest if you meet a certain dollar amount on the purchase.
Yeah, and then if you don't pay it off before that time runs out, they charge you all that back interest at a high interest rate.
Sure, but you have to be responsible about it.
And look,
I'm just saying.
If you
No, you're absolutely right. But I think having that flexibility, if you know you can pay it off within that time frame, it's a great option.
You want to know what the best option is? Don't get a credit card.
Yeah, if you guys can tell
They
anything...
will royally screw your credit up if you're not a very responsible person.
I don't know why people wouldn't use debit cards.
It all comes down to your responsibility.
I wouldn't know why people just don't use debit cards, because I have a debit card, like, and I don't really use it a whole lot because I don't have that much money. But like, it seems like it makes more sense. If you guys can tell anything from this picture of me in the top right corner of your screen, it's that I know my financials, and I must say that it just makes more sense to spend money that you actually have than to spend money you don't actually have.
And here's what you're supposed to do. So you get a good rewards credit card, preferably one without an annual fee. And what you do is you put all of your monthly expenses on that credit card. So maybe your groceries, your gas bill, you can even put your utility bills and like your cable bill and cell phone bill, you know, a lot of that stuff that you're already paying for on that credit card, and then you pay it off every month. And if by paying it off every month, not only are you helping your credit, but the credit card company is paying you to use their card, and you're not paying any interest. That is what you're supposed to do with credit cards.
And guys, just for the record, even though I look like a financial professional from my photo, Bonfire is a financial professional, so you might want to listen to him. Even though I
may look like one, he is one.
Yes, basically. So listen to him, not me.
Because I mean, if you want to have good credit, you have to use credit cards. But you obviously don't want to pay interest, so you just pay it off every month.
My one suggestion is get low balance cards so you can't overspend if that is your tendency.
That is
what I have. I have 2 low balance cards, 300,
and that's good. The problem is if you, because it can hurt your credit if you are over 50% extended. So play with
over
that what you want.
50% extended. What?
So that you have a 300 limit on your credit card, you have a balance of let's say 200. That looks worse than having a balance of 50 or 70 because you're over 50% of that limit.
Oh yeah, but I pay mine off.
I'm just saying.
I have small balance, so I can't go out and make big purchases.
You have to trust Bonfire because he is, in this sense, literally the man, like the man that puts us all down. That's Bonfire. He's up there in his high-ranking financial position, just taking everybody's money. He caused the housing crisis single-handedly. It's all his fault.
Wow. Whoa there.
It's I mean, you are the 1%, bro. Just deal with it.
Wow, I wish.
He's above the Koch brothers.
Yeah, those dudes. Oh man, we don't even need to get into that because
that'll
inevitably go to politics. So,
moral of this story: don't get a GameStop credit card. That's stupid.
Yes, that's what all of the things we've said here in the last 10 minutes has been to tell you that the GameStop credit card is a bad idea. That's all of that. Like the fact that Bonfire caused the housing crisis and this one is the 1%. That is why you don't buy a GameStop credit card. Right there.
Get a credit card from a real bank.
Yes.
Or just don't get one, so you don't spend money you don't have. But once again,
you would need a credit score though. That's the problem.
Everybody can have a credit score when the poor spending begins. It takes a while for it to deteriorate to the point where you can't do it anymore, from my understanding. Okay, we have time for one random question, I believe. So I've got 2 potential ones. I feel like I remember in the past answering something similar to one of them, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the other one, which is still celebrity based. It's like our first one. The question is, what celebrity do you enjoy the work of but hate them personally? Like hate their personality and things you know about them off screen or off, like out of the studio, whatever kind of celebrity they may be. You like the work but you hate their person.
Whoa. That's a good one. I might need a second.
I got mine.
Alright, go ahead.
Kanye West.
Ooh, that's good.
That is a good one.
Because I don't listen to rap, but people always say that Kanye is actually a good rapper. But, I mean, we all know that he's just, like, probably the worst human being on the planet right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of Kanye or Putin. I mean,
wow. Kanye surpasses Kim Jong-un.
Well, I mean, Kim Jong-un is the great leader. I mean, you can't say anything bad about Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-number-un, actually. But... yeah, it's like the Kanye or Putin or George Bush, like it's the triad. But he is a good rapper, so it doesn't matter. Yay, America! I hate that guy so much. I hate him so much.
I knew that would be such a good answer.
Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Mine's a musician also, unless Bonfire's ready.
No, I'm not.
Okay, mine's Gene Simmons. My dad's probably gonna laugh. Let me see if my dad's laughing. No, my dad's not laughing. But my dad likes Gene Simmons, but I hate Gene Simmons' guts. He's a terrible person. He's the bass player for the band Kiss, for those of you who don't know. But he's like, even if you don't know that style of music or that band or anything, a lot of people still hopefully would have heard of him because he's had his own TV show, and he's remained relevant in pop culture to an extent, more than most people from that age of music. But he screwed over so many people, and he's the definition of money whore, basically, which he admits to openly. He's a sellout, which is, I mean, okay, I guess, to an extent, but it's still kind of annoying. And he's basically just backstabbed his way to where he is now. It's just kind of annoying. I don't like that guy. And I actually met him like a week ago for a meet and greet, and I was like all kind and courteous with him, but I still don't like him. Still hate his guts. And I saw him face to face, but I still didn't like him.
What did his hair look like?
He wasn't in I saw him in costume and out of costume. So I mean, his hair was just like, it was just like long black hair. I mean, it was just kind of your typical what you would expect, I guess. It wasn't like bald or anything.
No, I know, but it just looks almost fake because it's just.
Well, it is. Well, yeah, it looks more normal when he's not in the costume. He had a hat on too, but. Yeah,
Gotcha.
he was nice, but I mean that's probably because we were, there for a meet and greet, not because.
Because you had paid to see him.
Yeah, more or less, is what I was implying. But yeah, I'm sure if that wasn't the case, he would have just like
Money
flipped
whore.
us off and walked away.
Dude, that guy's a genius at business.
Yeah, but he's just a bad person. Like the other day, he said in an interview that if you are like depressed and suicidal, that you should just go for it. He's like, I'm the guy that yells jump when there's someone on the ledge. And he went to explain, yes, and he went on to explain these quotes, but I'm not gonna provide the explanation because it's better without context. It makes him sound worse. So I'm not gonna provide the explanation, which didn't make it that much better. But yeah, he's not. I don't like him. Gene, I know that we're on first name basis now, Gene. So if you watch this at some point, no offense. It's just it is what it is. Anyways, Bonfire. Who is your...
Found it at the last second because I was looking at a bunch of celebrities and stuff. I'm gonna go with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, that's good.
I liked his show,
another
2.5
good
Men. I thought it was great, but he's just a douche. And
I don't know. The other day, he was drunk at Taco Bell,
Oh my
and
god.
he bought everybody in the drive-thru food.
He wouldn't have done
It
that.
was just hilarious.
So what?
Like someone recorded him, and he was hilarious.
So what you're saying is that Charlie Sheen advocates for obesity in America by buying people fast food. So what
No.
you're saying? Yes.
No, no one goes to Taco Bell just to get food. They're all drunk there.
Charlie, hey, I ate Taco Bell Wait, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't remember. I got Taco Bell for lunch like yesterday. I was
Then
not
you're
drunk.
so
weird.
what you're telling me is you support obesity.
No.
Since we're twisting it,
Oh my god. No. That's different. What I'm saying.
No, it's not.
No, because Charlie Sheen, when he went into that Taco Bell, he acknowledged the decision he was making. But that was the same thing I did. I said, you know what, I'm going to eat this Taco Bell. I did not try to force that upon other people and goad them into making poor decisions for themselves. Also,
They were all in line to get food already.
You don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have gotten as much food
And I
as
think
he bought for them.
he inconvenienced them at some point
Exactly.
or another, 'cause he was in a
It
limo
gets
or something.
Oh, God,
how do you
that
even
doesn't-
get a limo through a drive-thru? Just think about it.
No,
Just think
that's
about
the
it.
point. It's inconveniencing.
Oh my
So
god. that's
Charlie
awesome.
Sheen advocates for obesity and screws up
Oh my
drive-thru
goodness.
lines.
Hey,
They
did you
were
Just like
all in
Bonfire.
line
Just like
already.
Bonfire
Did you
calls
try
the
the
housing
quesadilla?
crisis.
I
I
got.
have not tried the quesarito.
I kind of want to try it.
It looks pretty good actually. I need to try it.
I only eat chicken at Taco Bell.
We should
so-
have a 3-bar
That's
goes to Taco Bell meetup.
because beef is disgusting and gives me the.
Doesn't all Taco Bell give
Alright.
you the?
No, the chicken doesn't.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Wow. Well, this has been.
Oysters got the.
Not today.
Because you didn't have Taco Bell today, right?
Right, not today.
Gotcha. Okay.
Those were good answers from you guys.
Yeah.
Because
Those are
everybody.
some fun questions.
I mean, most people hate Kanye, anyways, and well, I feel like Charlie Sheen's kind of a. We don't like. He's
I
entertaining.
like
so we
Charlie
don't-
Sheen.
I feel
just
like-
as a person in general.
I feel like people's attitude towards Charlie Sheen is like he's an idiot, but it's in an entertaining way to us, so we don't really hate him. Even though in reality he's not a good guy, really.
He doesn't hurt me, so I don't care.
Gene Simmons doesn't hurt me. Kanye doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, does Kanye hurt you?
Does Kanye hurt
Kanye's
you?
just rude. Kanye's rude.
Is
Charlie
he
Sheen
rude
is
to you?
comedic gold.
Is he rude to you?
He's rude to everybody.
But is he rude to you personally? Don't dodge the question.
Everybody.
Do you
Everybody,
know?
Oyster.
Do you
Who's the most
know
rude to?
that he's rude
the
to
most-
everyone?
He's the most rude to his kid, who was named North.
Northwest.
No, the unluckiest kid is not Northwest. It's whoever the royal baby is. Because he has his whole life planned out before he's even born. If you think about it, that's why like Northwest. At least Northwest will be like hip hop ghetto celebrity. At least most likely he'll have a record deal at like age 7. The royal baby, you just have to go to like galas and stuff all the time. That would suck. So Northwest not
But
too bad.
you could literally have everything you want.
Blanket
What if
Jackson.
you didn't want that? What if... Oh, blanket. Good point. I forgot about blanket. forgot about blanket. All right, leave your comment. We're going to wrap up. Leave your comment below. Who's the unluckiest baby out of the options of A, B, or C? Blanket Jackson, Northwest, or the royal baby? Which one would you least want to be from birth to the end of their life?
Actually, is it Northwest or is it North Kardashian West?
I'm not sure. Let's just go with Northwest. It's just better that way. Just don't ruin it.
Yeah.
It's Northwest. So, anyways, that's Rebar Exploits number 53. If you guys enjoy, comment with topic suggestions or your thoughts on any of the topics we discussed today. I think there's plenty to talk about down there in the comment section below if you ask me. So,
Well, after that first segment, I mean, just roasting.
oh yeah,
That's all it's
just
gonna be.
come at me, bros. So, like, I probably can't handle it, so I'll block you.
Ben
But
Hammer.
the band hammer's ready. So, okay, Archaic, with your cricket noises, whatever. Screw you. That's the end of the show. I'm turning off the recording. See you guys next week.